Well, our friend from Washington is waiting, and let's really go straight to him now. Sonny Young from the Voice of America. Let's have him now. Hello, Sonny.
Hello, Yemi, and great to be back on Sports Tonight and talking with you, my friend.
All right. Well, you're not going to eat any humble pie because your prediction came true. Hamad Ahmad is now the CAF president.
Yeah, I think it's good for African football, Yemi. I hope Ahmad is able to inject some new ideas, some new blood into African football. I think one of the criticisms of Issa Hayatou is that he had just been there for so long. I mean, almost 30 years since 1988. And, perhaps with this new Ahmed coming into power from basically a minnow in terms of the country's stature in African football, I think there is hope, at least from East and Southern Africa, that maybe he will boost the development of African football in that region of Africa. So I think overall, I think it's a good move for African football that they selected Ahmad.
All right, Sonny, let's go to March Madness, collegiate basketball in the U.S. What can you tell us? What's happening?
Well, the games are in full gear here at various venues across the United States, Yemi. The top seeds in the tournament are Kansas. Villanova, located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is the defending champion. Another top seed in action, Gonzaga University. They are located in the northwestern United States, Spokane, Washington. And the other top seed, I believe, is North Carolina. And North Carolina, the Tar Heels of North Carolina, are the team picked by former U.S. President Barack Obama. He fills out a bracket, at least in the past few years, and he makes his selections known publicly. And former President Obama has prognosticated, looked into his basketball crystal ball, and he has an all North Carolina final between Duke University, another powerhouse in men's college basketball, and the North Carolina Tar Heels. So also this weekend, Yemi, in boxing, big fight at Madison Square Garden in New York. Gennady Golovkin, Triple G. He'll be putting his unbeaten record and 4 of his middleweight world title belts on the line against the American Danny Jacobs. Jacobs has an interesting backstory, Yemi.
Okay.
6 years ago, he was diagnosed with a very serious form of bone cancer. He received treatment in New York City, and since that cancer treatment, he's won 10 consecutive fights, and he's put his name at the top in terms of top middleweights. He has a good record. I think he's lost only once, and I think it'll be a good fight. Gennady Golovkin against Danny Jacobs. Should Triple G win, I'm sure there's going to be talk once again of Canelo, him fighting Canelo, the Mexican star. But for now, Triple G has his sights set on the American Danny Jacobs.
Let me put you on the spot,
if we
Sonny.
can go all the way across the country to Southern California, big tennis tournament taking place there, Yemi. The BNP Paribas Masters tournament featuring almost all of the world's best men's tennis players. Last night, great rematch of the 2017 Australian Open final. Roger Federer once again beat Rafa Nadal from Spain.
That's what it's
6-2 and 6-3. Federer having a great season so far in 2017. Couple of other names to throw out there, Yemi. Nick Kyrgios, an Australian, he beat Novak Djokovic, the defending champion at Indian Wells, 6-4 and 7-6. Second time he's beaten Djokovic in March. Nick Kyrgios, maybe a rising star in men's tennis. And if I can give one more shout out for the American Jack Sock, he beat Tunisia's Malek Jaziri in 3 sets. So Jack Sock may be on the rise in men's tennis. But this tournament in Southern California, a lot of prize money and a lot of ranking points at stake for these top tennis players.
All right, let me put you on the spot. That's what I wanted to say earlier. Triple G and Jacobs, what do you think is going to happen?
I got to go with Triple G in that fight, Yemi. I think Triple G has more power than Danny Jacobs. I think it's sort of a coming out for Triple G. It'll be broadcast on one of the cable networks here in the United States. But still, Jacobs is not on the level of someone like the Mexican star Canelo. So I'll go with Triple G by knockout. Wow. And my prediction is knockout within 6 rounds. Within 6 rounds, Yemi.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that. But I can't resist the temptation to ask you about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and McGregor. Is it going to happen?
You know, every time I shake my head no, that it's not going to happen, Yemi, Floyd Mayweather comes out on either Twitter or Facebook or social media, and he makes some comment to maybe keep it alive. I don't think, you know, from a financial perspective, it could very well happen because Mayweather, he knows the curiosity factor will be so high that a lot of people will pay to watch him probably score a very easy victory over McGregor. I don't think McGregor has any business being in a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. If it was a mixed martial arts match, that might be a different story, Yemi. But Mayweather will not go in there unless it's strictly a boxing match. So I don't know. I think financially it could happen later this year in 2017.
All right, before I let you go, let's talk about Novak. That's going to be your parting shot on the show tonight. Is he fading? A lot of questions people ask Novak about Novak. Is he fading, or is it just a phase that will pass?
You know, he's off to a rocky start in 2017, Yemi. This result from Indian Wells does not bode well. I think he's still got many years of tennis ahead of him. From an age perspective, he's younger than Federer, and I don't think he's fading. I think he's hit a little bit of a bump in the road, but I think we're going to hear more from Novak Djokovic in terms of winning Grand Slams.
All right, Sonny, I want to thank you for your time. Hopefully we'll do this again next week.
Thank you, Yemi. Always great to be on Sports Tonight. Thank you very much.
All right, as a friend from Washington, Sonny Young, always good having him.